guys, today we're doing coin and interest problems, which is on page 157. For these problems, we're just going to go over coin problems for right now. What you need to do is you need to set up a little chart for all these problems. So I have in my chart number of coins, the value of the coin, and the total value. We can actually already fill out the value of the coin already because we know the value of coins. We know what a quarter's worth, we know what a dime's worth, we know what a nickel's worth. I'm going to add dimes here. Okay, so we don't have the problem yet, but I'm going to start filling this out for you. Nickels, how much is a nickel? Okay, a nickel is 5 cents. Well, how much is 5 cents? The value of the coin is 0.05. That would be 5 cents. How much is a quarter? 25 cents. So what would that be? It's going to be 0.25. How much is a penny? 1 cent. That's going to be 0.01. Be careful not to write 0.1 because that actually would be 10 cents. How much is a dime? Like I just said, that would be 0.10. So the first problem says, Chris has 17 coins, and they are all dimes and quarters. If he has a total of 245, how many of each coin does he have? So we're going to let X be the number of quarters. X is going to be the number of quarters. Okay. And then we're going to let 17 minus X be the number of dimes because the question said he had 17 coins and they are all dimes and quarters. So that's the number of dimes. So now we're going to go over to our chart. We need to fill out the number of coins. Obviously, we're not going to use nickels and pennies in this one. So the number of coins of quarters is going to be X, and the number of coins of dimes is going to be 17 minus X. So here's the total value. We're going to take the number of coins. Let's say I just had 10 coins, okay? If I had 10 quarters, I would just, to try to figure out how much 10 quarters is worth, you just multiply it by 0.25. Well, I don't know how many quarters I have. I have X quarters. So you're going to multiply this column and this column together. So it's going to be 0.25x. You see, I just multiplied those two together. Down here, we have to do the same thing. It's going to be 0.10. Now, this is where you have to be careful. You're going to have to put it inside the parentheses because it has to be the distributive property. So it's 0.10 times 17 minus x. Now, I know the total equals $2.45. So here's $2.45. So what equals $2.45? Quarters plus dimes. Okay? So I'm going to do 0.25x plus 0.10 times 17 minus x. And I have to distribute that. Okay? So 0.25x plus 0.10 times 17 is just 17 times 0.1. So it's going to be 1.7 minus, I'm going to distribute my negative there, 0.10x, and that all equals 2.45. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of some of these decimals. Actually, I want to get rid of all of the decimals to make my life easier. So to get rid of the ones that are over the most are the ones that are over by 2. So I'm going to move that over 2, but to do that, I can move that over 2, so I have to add a 0. Move that over 2, and move that over 2. So I have 25x plus 170 minus 10x equals 245. Okay, so now 25 minus 10 is 15x. I'm going to minus 170 on both sides, and I'm going to get 15x equals 75. Divide by 15, x equals 5. Okay, so if x equals 5, the question, I want to go back to the original question to make sure. I'm just going to make sure you answer the question. It says he has 17 coins. How many of each coin does he have? Well, if x equals 5, I need to go back up here. So the answer is he has 5 quarters, and then 17 minus 5 is 12. So he has 12 dimes. So the answer is 5 quarters and 12 dimes. Okay? I'm just going to read the next one to you and set it up. I'm not going to do it just because we're running out of time. A coin bank contains 4 more quarters than nickels, twice as many dimes as nickels, and 5 more than 3 times as many pennies as nickels. If the bank contains 22.25, how many of each coin do we have? Okay, so we're always referring back to nickels. So nickels is going to be, ooh, this doesn't erase good at all. Wow. I'm just going to erase this. I'm going to erase this. I'm going to leave those there because those don't change. I'm going to erase that and that. Okay, so it says, oh, didn't erase. Oh. Okay, we're going to let x equal the number of nickels. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you again. A coin bank contains 4 more quarters than nickels. So quarters is going to be 4x because it contains, I'm sorry, not 4 times. It's 4 more quarters than nickels. So it's going to be x plus 4. That's quarters. Okay, twice as many dimes as nickels. So it's going to be 2x for dimes. And then it says 5 more than 3 times as many pennies as nickels. 5 more, it's going to be plus 5, then 3 times as many pennies as nickels. Okay, so that's pennies. All right, so now I'm going to set it up. So the number of quarters is x plus 4. The number of nickels is x. The number of pennies is 3x plus 5. And the number of, oops, I just put that in dimes. 3x plus 5 is pennies. And the number of dimes is 2x. You're going to do the same thing. 0.05x, I just multiplied. Now here I'm going to be doing 0.25 times x plus 4, so you're going to have to distribute that. Here I'm going to be doing 0.01 times 3x plus 5. And then finally I'm going to be doing 2x times 0.10. The rest of the problem you can look in your book because everybody's waiting out there. So you're going to end up with x equals 40. If you equal this all to 22.25, you're going to get x equals 40. So you have to add that all up and set it equal. I will go over the rest with you in person. So have a good day.